Abraham Lincoln's Spot Resolutions, December 22, 1847, whereas the President of the United States, in his message of May 11, 1846, has declared that the Mexican government refused even to hear the terms of adjustment which he, our Minister of Peace, was authorized to propose, and finally, under wholly unjustifiable pretexts, involved the two countries in war by invading the territory of Texas, striking the first blow, and shedding the blood of our citizens on our own soil. And again, in his message of December 8, 1846, that we have tried every effort at reconciliation, but in vain. The cup of forbearance had been exhausted even before the recent information from the frontier of the Del Norte. But now, after reiterated menaces, Mexico has passed the boundary of the United States, has invaded our territory, and shed American blood upon American soil. Now, therefore, be it resolved by the House of Representatives that the President of the United States be respectfully requested to inform this House whether the spot on which the blood of our citizens was shed, as in his messages declared, was or was not within the territory of Spain, at least after the Treaty of 1819, until the Mexican Revolution, whether that spot is or is not within the territory which was wrested from Spain by the revolutionary government of Mexico, whether that spot is or is not within a settlement of people, which settlement has existed ever since long before the Texas Revolution, and until its inhabitants fled before the approach of the United States Army, whether that settlement is or is not isolated from any and all other settlements by the Gulf and the Rio Grande on the south and west, and by wide uninhabited regions on the north and east, whether the people of that settlement, or a majority of them, have ever submitted themselves to the government or laws of Texas or of the United States, by consent or by compulsion, either by accepting office or voting at elections, or paying tax, or serving on juries, or having process served upon them, or in any other way, whether the people of that settlement did or did not flee from the approach of the United States Army, leaving unprotected their homes and their growing crops before the blood was shed, whether the first blood so shed was or was not shed within the enclosure of one of the people who had thus fled from it, whether our citizens, whose blood was shed, as in his messages declared, were or were not at that time armed officers and soldiers sent into that settlement by the military order of the President, through the Secretary of War, whether the military force of the United States was or was not so sent into that settlement after General Taylor had more than once intimated to the War Department that, in his opinion, no such movement was necessary to the defense or protection of Texas.